O Allah, guide me among those whom thou hast guided aright, and preserve me among those whom thou hast preserved, and befriend me among those whom thou hast befriended. Bless me in whatsoever thou dost grant me, and deliver me from the evil of what thou hast judged. Surely thou judgest, and none can judge against thee, and he whom thou befriendest is not disgraced. Blessed art thou, O Lord, and exalted be thee above what they set up besides thee. I bear witness, nothing deserves to be served besides thee, and I bear witness that Muhammad is thy servant and apostle. Amen.
You belong to yourself. You're an independent people, created from the nation of free people. Yes, sir. You don't need to go nowhere but to yourself. Yes, sir. There will be a great separation. Yes, sir. So I said, it is on now.
The college is meant to prepare you for your future. That the time dictates that if we don't do something for ourselves as a people, we will be destroyed. And the aim of the enemy right now is to take us out.
We have God with us. We have Him as our guide. Yes, sir. We don't have to stand around here and ask the question, what must be done? Yes, sir. Get up and let's go and do something. Yes, sir. We cannot sit down. We cannot lay down. Yes, sir. We must get up. Yes, sir. And go to work.
Do you know what real joy is in life? Visioning something and bringing it into reality. That's real joy. Do you know what the next step in joy is? Behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell in unity.
Tonight, you need to fasten your seatbelts. We're going to hear from some of the greatest minds in the world. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of trusting our future and the future of our children into the hands of those who don't love us. I believe we need to revitalize black leadership.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Peace and blessings. Welcome to the Sajdah Saturday morning coffee talk. I know my background looking a little different because I'm in my hotel room in Houston at the Power Networking Conference. I actually was going to go down. There's this really cute area down in the conference lobby. But when I went down there, I couldn't get Wi-Fi. And I was like, okay, that ain't going to work. So I just came back up to the room and thought I would do it from here. And I got so much to tell you all. So much. What y'all sipping on today? I got some ginger juice. I went down to this holistic store and got some ginger juice because the hotel coffee is not good. They got a Starbucks down there, but they weren't even open yet. So, and sometimes Starbucks is a little iffy, right? Sometimes it can taste like boiled burnt beans. Really a Dunkin' Donuts girl, if you ask me about coffee. So anyway, listen, I am live from the Power Networking Conference. You all have, if you follow me on Instagram, you've been seeing like all the posts. This conference is amazing. And let me tell you something. Before I met Dr. George Fraser, before I was blessed to be on his faculty, and I'll tell you a little bit about that, I had stopped going to conferences because I said they're a waste of money, they're a waste of time. Yeah, you can network, but everybody's phony. People don't follow up. Nobody's really trying to support you. No one's really trying to help you. It's just really all about, let me just show off, let me showcase my business, but I ain't really down about helping you get in front of checks. And I always knew that that's the kind of person I wanted to be professionally. I wanted to be the person that helped you to execute. I'm the kind of person that would help you get in front of checks. You all know if you have a session with me, there's some of you here in the chat who know me and have had sessions with me. I'm gonna help you get in front of checks. I'm gonna help you solve a problem. I'm gonna help you do something that maybe you couldn't do for yourself, see past blind spots, all of that. And so when I met Dr. George Fraser, he said, well, that's what my conference is all about. And I was like, that's what they all say. But what I found was not only for those of us that are faculty, George handpicks you to make sure that you're a giver. And, you know, you can see him kind of testing you. And so he's always testing you to see if you're a giver and if you're going to be about that, be about helping people get to that next level, be about helping people get in front of checks. And George is excellent at that. He's putting people together. He had me get here early because he had some corporate clients he wanted me to talk to about some paid consulting things. And I'm actually presenting today. And I'm also on a panel. I'm on a really, yesterday they had this panel. Was it yesterday? My days are mixed up. It was called The Ballot or the Bullet. And it was about Malcolm's speech. And oh, I wanted to be on that panel so bad. I was sitting there in the audience just itching like, oh, I want to be on this panel. Please let me get on this panel so I can present the Messengers program. But then I realized, I said, ooh, but I want an action-packed panel. I'm going to be talking about building legacy businesses. And the panel that I'm on is Dr. Michael Roberts. Y'all know him, one of the first Black billionaires. So I'm like rubbing the shoulders with the billionaire towards my billionaire goal. I am, Dr. George Fraser is on there. Dr. Randall Pinkett. I don't know if y'all know Randall Pinkett. Randall Pinkett is the tall, dark-skinned guy who won The Apprentice, and Donald Trump tried to get him to share his win with somebody else, and he said, hell no. And so there's, let's see, those three, somebody else. But anyway, it's an action pack, and I hope it's live streamed, and I'll see what we can do about my other presentation because I really want you guys to see it, if nothing else other than just taping it. So, but let me share with you. Let me share with you how Allah has been working with me this morning. All I've been thinking about is our Black Muslim Business Directory and thinking about the house. And I went yesterday, let's see, the workshops, I attended the bigger conference. Then I went to some breakout sessions. Brother Bedford had a breakout session on how to build mastermind groups which was really powerful. You know, we got to support our brother Bedford. He's a member of the Black Muslim Business Directory, but he had a packed room and there were people in the hallway. So it was really successful. Yesterday, my brother Delano Johnson had a workshop, a breakout session on how to use your voice. And it was really cool because I got to participate, because Delano always tells me that he thinks I have a great voice. And so we talked about that, and he was doing some of his voiceover stuff, and he's also a singer. And I thought, Delano can be one of the characters that cracked out a movie script. So we're going to talk about that. And so this morning, so as I packed, you know, I always pack like one extra outfit just in case you have a wardrobe malfunction, right? And so I was trying to, I have these shoes, I'm going to show them to you all in a minute, that my father brought me from this store called the Hitchin Post in Omaha, Nebraska. And if my brother and mom are listening, they know he loved the Hitchin Post, and he was always taking me there to make sure my shoe game was tight. So as I was getting dressed, and I said, you know, this is a power networking conference, this is business. Let me pull out some shoes that he bought me. Let me see if I can build something around that. So I pulled out these shoes. Can y'all see them? Ain't they cute? So these shoes, let me get the camera right. There it is. My dad got these for me. You can tell I don't wear them much. But they got these nice crystals in the back of them. I love them, and they're really comfortable. They're actually suede, but they're just really super comfortable. So I decided I was all onto that, right? And then this morning when I woke up, I said, okay, Allah, what are we wearing today? I said, what you want me to wear? And y'all know, you know, some people say, girl, you spooky, you crazy, you a space cadet. I already told y'all, I don't really care, because me and Allah be having conversations. So I said, I was thinking about, because everything here is very Afrocentric. So I thought about this, this tunic that I have that goes well with the shoes. And so I got the tunic, and I found it at this store in the mall. I always get these tunics like a couple extra sizes big, so they fit long and they'll flow. So I did that, found that. And then this morning I said, I was having doubts about what to wear. And so I got up, I pulled out the iron board, I pulled out the iron, put a little water in there so I could steam this. And because, like I said, because I get them a little extra bigger, they're really flowy. So I wanted it to just flow with a nice flow, no wrinkles or anything in it. Okay, so I'm gonna steam it. So I said, Allah, I don't know if, but I don't know, I'm having doubts on whether or not this is what I should wear. And I said, okay. And so I love playing these little games with the universe, or playing, you know, these kind of call and response things from Allah. I said, okay. I said, well, Allah, if you like it, make it plain, make it clear. Let me tell y'all something. I put this thing on the ironing board, and I'm having this conversation. Make it plain, make it clear. Let me represent from a color standpoint, from a look standpoint, from a vibe, just, you know, what you want, how you want me to roll, just let me know. And I put the thing down, the iron fell down on the sleeve, and look what happened. So clearly, this was not what he wanted me to wear. Oh my gosh. So I'm playing around with this. This is an outfit that I got when I was in Africa. And so I'm just kind of playing around with how this is going to look. It's very jeweled. There's all these jewels going down the front of it. So that's what I'm working with today. So I have some other fancy shoes. They are not shoes from my dad, but I got some other fancy shoes that match with this, because these don't go with this outfit. Although I guess I probably could rock it and get away with it, but I don't think so. So anyway, I've been really thinking about our Black Muslim business community. And that's right, Sister Lisa. The plan was plain and clear, because when I sat the iron down, okay, y'all see this? I don't know if y'all can hear me. Type in the chat. I know y'all saying y'all lost me because my Wi-Fi went out. This is the thing about these hotels, and my hotspot ain't cooperating. But I don't even know if you all can see me. Can you all see me? Let me know if you can see me, because I can't see myself. Normally on this platform, I can see you. I can see myself, but I can't see myself. So if you guys can see me, then that's more important. Okay, this might not work this morning. Don't tell me this is a lot going. Nope. I don't even want you talking to nobody before your presentation. Oh my gosh. If that's the case, then I'm gonna wait and let you all tell me in the chat if you can see and hear me. It says that I have a full signal. And Brother Lamont says there she is. Thumbs up. Brother Lamont, you can see me? Hopefully that's not a delayed compound. Okay, Aletha said I'm back. Okay. Anyway, I'm just going to talk. I can't see myself, so you all can see me. So I've been thinking about our Black Muslim Business Directory. And what I was thinking about was us doing a Black Muslim business roundtable where we, come together and we just talk about how we can network and how we can connect to one another and just do a whole roundtable. We can either figure out how to do it in person or we could do it virtually, where maybe we all just get on a platform like this. It would be really cool if we had a platform like with a big round table, and then we could stream people in. So I'll work on that. I was thinking about that. What if we had just a big think tank, Black Muslim business think tank, and we just got together and you got on, we talked. We've been kind of doing it on Thursday, so we may build that into the Thursday manifestation class series, where we're talking about the accomplishments of the Muslims. Because when I'm listening to all the business problems that a lot of people are having, what I'm realizing is that the solution is the economic blueprint. And because a lot of people don't really know about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's economic blueprint, even a lot of us as Muslims don't really know the mechanics of the economic blueprint. We don't know what industries he focused on and why. And then if we do know what industries he focused on and why, then what we are not doing is evolving it. See, everything, every knowledge, every nation has to evolve. And here's an example. We learned on Thursday night that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that we should focus on the needs of the people, right? Really focus on our needs. So a lot of the original Black Muslim or the economic development program was focused around food, clothing, and shelter, right? So food, there was farming, was buying land, clothing, there were sewing factories, and people bringing in materials. Even Master Prophet Muhammad started selling silks. So there was the clothing or the garment part of it. And then there was the shelter part. So the shelter part with housing, real estate, you can just kind of put that up together in real estate. And then there were various offshoot businesses from it. So with the food, of course, then there's other products like restaurants and bakeries and grocery stores. Okay, so a lot of us get that. But check this out. The way the business world works is that they understand that model. So what they do from an advertising standpoint is they make you and I think that their product is a necessity. So if it's a soft drink company, they make you think it's a necessity. It's something you gotta have. And so what they did was they kind of flipped the script. So their products will sustain, because anytime you have a market or an economy that's going down, if you focus on commodities, if you focus on the needs of the people, then you can sustain through tumultuous economic times. That is why the economic blueprint of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad produced $75+ million in the worst economic conditions yet. We're approaching that now, which is another thing that's interesting because the economic conditions are almost the same. But there was 20% interest rates, for example, in the early 70s. And so, but his program still produced, right? So the conditions you had were conditions where Black people knew that they weren't wanted in certain places, in certain restaurants. So we turned to ourselves and started feeding ourselves and that kind of thing. But what I also would love to add to that is that now technology is a necessity. So technology is almost one of those commodities, unless we decide, okay, we're going to live off the grid. Like a lot of times you see like they do in Amish communities or something like that. But technology is important if we want to be able to compete globally. So adding a technology component to what we do to help us to sustain and grow the basics of the economic blueprint are important. Things like, some people going, what? No, that's blasphemous. No, listen. Things like having a Shopify account where people can go on and electronically buy your produce that you're selling or your goods and services. Things like being linked to a delivery service, whether it's Uber Eats or UPS or DHL, and you do that electronically, okay? Being able to have an online store that's using technology to be able to do it. All kind of different ways. You all know we sell the commemorative coins and we do that online. So technology today has become part of our necessity, in which case should also, I believe, should also be added, because we have to evolve, right? We have to evolve so that we make it easier for those of us to move in and out of business and doing for self. So we have to make it easier, because when you have, and this is just known fact, when you have a group of people who are blocked off from what they showed up on the planet to do, you're going to have frustration. You're going to have jealousy, right? So remember, when the messenger talked to us about businesses, what did he tell us? Pool our resources, right? What are our resources? Our spiritual resources, our economic resources, our financial resources, our talent resources. So we want to do that. We want to make sure that we understand the importance of unity, because without unity, we don't have anything. So he told us to unite. He told us to study the white man. And he said, because he is successful and he makes no excuses, right, for his failures. We have to study that, because what we do is we fail and we make an excuse. That's one of the reasons. Then he talked to us about not criticizing. And he said, stop wanton criticism of everything that's Black owned. And sometimes we got to understand that you may have to pay a little extra to support your brother or sister. You may have to drive an extra exit to go to your brother or sister's store. You might have to wait a couple days in shipping, and understand that these are budding businesses, right? And so we have to support one another better, and we should go out of our way to make sure that we do what we can to support one another. And then he said that jealousy destroys from within. And that's what I was getting at when I said, when you're in a situation where, as a people, we are blocked off from our reason for showing up on the planet, that makes us jealous, that makes us insecure, that makes us have a problem with one another. This can happen even if you're a Muslim, if you're a Christian, it doesn't matter, because all of us showed up onto the planet for a reason. And so we have to learn how to fulfill our own dreams, but also include nation building in our platform. See, this is what other cultures understand. They may say, look, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to go open up a 7-Eleven. But they're still part of the, Indian network, or there's business networks. They're still employing one another. They're still supporting one another. They're going to church or to mosque together. They're still doing all this stuff. They still dine and socialize together. See, we have to get out of the thinking. It's a dogmatic thinking that comes from being slaves. It's a colonizer's thinking where everything is black or white. Okay, if I'm going to be really into the church, or if I'm going to be really into the mosque, I can't do nothing else but that. And we can't build that way, because each and every person that has been called to this mission is an expression of Allah. Allah said, I got something to say to the world, and I'm going to make it look like Kevin. I'm going to make it look and sound like Anissa. I'm going to make it look and sound like Brother Lamont. I'm going to make it look and sound like Sister Aletha. I'm going to make it look and sound like Sister Lisa. So since that is going to be burning inside of you, because that's what you were born to do, if you resist that, what do you get? Stress. Because stress is just resistance. You're pushing against something, right? So that stress then produces the fight or flight hormones. Then you get sick, and then you get depressed. It starts here. So you want to be doing something towards your goal. I don't care if you come home after working all day and all night at the church, at the mosque, or whatever. I don't care. Come home. If you're a painter, take a few minutes and paint. If you're a singer, take a few minutes and sing. Sing in the car. Sing when you get home. Whatever it is that you do, take a few minutes to do that thing, because that's going to help you. Check this out. When you're doing what you love, it's going to help you to align with your creator, because you're lining yourself up with your life purpose. And when you start lining yourself up with your life purpose, then your gift makes room for you, right? You begin to expand. And I tell you another secret: help people discover their dreams, help people reach their goals. That's what I'm all about. You all know me in the chat. That's the secret. Help other people. You see somebody else striving in a certain way, help them out. Step up, step to the table, and help them. Because we also are living in a world where we have our dreams, we have our goals, we have something inside of us that we know we should be doing. We don't know what it is. We're all about trying to discover our authenticity, blah, 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 blah. But guess what? Sometimes we need help. Sometimes we need somebody to say, you know what, sis? I got an idea. Or can we just sit down and talk? And see, these kinds of round table discussions, I think, will help us to expand. And I think that they will help people feel more confident. Because the other big thing for a lot of us that are Black and in business is that you spend so much time alone. You know, when I was in the corporate world, I rarely saw anybody that looked like me. Because in the world of finance and consulting, we just aren't there. We're just not there. And the Black people that I did see when I would be going in and out of clients and meeting people are some of my good friends to this day. So I just want to think about that. When I get back, we'll talk about that. Let me tell y'all something. Everybody knows about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad House. Two things. There are two things that just about everybody who walked up to me said to me. Number one, they said, "Where's Kevin?" Those of you who know, Kevin is my brother. He's in here in the chat somewhere. And Kevin normally does these conferences with me, but he had a conflict. He's got his own business that he's doing, and he actually was in Houston just a few days ago, so he had to get back to his business and stuff. And so many people, and my brother wears these custom suits, right? So I think two brothers came up to me like, "Man, where's Kev? I wanted to show Kev my custom suit." And they was like, "What? You ain't got no booth this year?" Because we would count on Kevin with the music. That's another thing. Sister Letha was there the last time we had it. We had a speaker at our booth, and we were playing good music, and everybody was coming over and just hanging out in our booth area. We ended up having another little table outside of our booth because people were hearing the music and just coming over, and we just played like, you know, old school music, SOS band and stuff like that, and people coming over like, man, I remember that song. So it was fun. So we'll get back to that again next year. But everybody's asking me about that. And the second thing they asked me about is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad House. What's going on with the museum? What's going on with the house? We saw you fighting for this or that. We saw you at the city council. And these are people from all around the world. Our little old team making a worldwide impact. A worldwide impact. And I was just so shocked. Like literally, I needed Kevin, I needed you and Aletha there more than I did this time, more than I did last year, because I couldn't even move from point A to point B without people stopping me. Like just to go to the bathroom, I had to go, okay, I'm just going to run up to my room. People asking about the house. Man, what's going on with the house? I gave Dr. George Frazier a coin, and then I sold 3 right after giving one to Dr. George Frazier. Dr. Michael Roberts, who is actually a friend of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, there's some pictures on Instagram with him. He came over to me. We started talking, and I said, oh, Dr. Roberts, I want to tell you about the coins. Boom, sold 2 more. So I sold out. I didn't even bring that many because they're heavy, right? And I just said, I'm going to go. I'm going to network. I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk about the house, and we'll bring that in, because part of building a legacy, and I'm going to discuss this today, is the importance of preserving properties that are important to our community. And so that's part of legacy building businesses is, and so to have a business where you kind of pull on the ancestors and people who came before us is, it's powerful. So that's okay, because next year, but we're going to work on it. We're going to work on having our own conference. I actually talked to, there's another Muslim community that has a Black Muslim business conference. And so I was talking to them yesterday about us doing some work with their conference, and then them doing some work with our conference. They're doing a lot of stuff internationally. So we had that conversation. But I think for us, just to help strengthen us, let's do a Black Muslim business directory roundtable discussion, and we'll figure out what that looks like and what our goals are. We had some technical difficulties with the directory, so if you've been getting on and you couldn't, or there was a problem, we got them all fixed, and so we thank you for your patience on that. When I leave off, I'm going to replay the commercial for the Black Muslim Business Directory, because I want you all to make sure that you're on and make sure you're monetized, because in order for you to enjoy the benefits that my goal is to bring to you, I need you all to monetize your membership. Even if you don't have that much, take the lowest membership and monetize it, because we had to pay for cybersecurity. We've had to, pay for updates to the sites and stuff like that. Shout out to Sister Aletha, who donated the cybersecurity payments. And so, we have that kind of stuff. So that's important. And in order for us to put on these roundtable discussions, we may very well do this at a Black venue. We'll have that discussion. I have a venue in mind that I've been thinking about that's also historic in Chicago, where we can house a lot of people, and we can literally have an audience and then maybe have a stage with people sitting around the stage, or on a round table on the stage, having this discussion and streaming it and taking questions from the audience. So I want to talk about us putting that together, and I think probably sometime before the end of the year would be a great time to pull that together. So anyway, we got 2 events coming up, and we're going to be announcing them soon. I apologize to the team because I'm behind in putting the outline together, but September 3rd, we're looking at doing another Donate and Sip at the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's house. We're working on the planning. A couple things in conjunction with that. That's my birthday weekend, so celebrating that. I decided that, and Sister Aletha gets on me about this all the time. You know, I have been blessed to do so much and accomplish so much, but I don't really talk about it. And I thought about it and I said, you know what? I'm going to celebrate myself. And so that's September 3rd, and it's conjunction with the Donate and Sip. Inshallah, we will have our historical marker. If not, so there's two things that go with the house, right? There's the plaque that I'm still designing and trying to figure out what it's going to say. But then there's the historical marker that comes from the National Park District, I think it is, or it might be Illinois Historic Society. I'm not sure. But I have somebody working on that. So inshallah, we will have that to celebrate as well. Okay. And then possibly a proclamation from the city. So we'll see. We're going to see. We're going to talk about that. And then on October 8th, drum roll, is the birth anniversary of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad house, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad weekend. His birthday is actually October 7th. And so we are thinking about doing something. I think that might be our last outdoor event. And as we're working to raise this money, we're going to, inshallah, be moving to where we can start to do some indoor stuff, and you all can start booking in your tours, maybe even before we get all the antiques and stuff in there. We'll see. But just stay close. I'm going to put at the bottom, if you are not, let's see, where is it? If you are not part of, oh, it's on there already. If you're not part of my mailing list, I call it the Sajdah Circle of Winners. Make sure you do that, because then you'll get updates on, and it's scrolling across the bottom, how you your commemorative Elijah coin and make a donation. So I'm going to jump off of here because our internet is not working. I thank you all for your patience. Our teachers, I don't know if they're going to live stream or not. So I will find out, but I will send you as many videos and updates via Instagram and Facebook as I can. So with that, peace and blessings, family. Please go out, make a donation, $Mo today, to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad House, or you can simply go to sajdahhouse.com if you want to get your commemorative coin, or Sajdah House donations. I know sometimes y'all are tripping, like I don't have $1,000, I don't have $500, but trust me, those twos and fews that you think are nothing will help. They may help pay a bill, a gas bill. It takes a lot to run a big house like that. Even though the house right now is not generating revenue, it costs a lot to still keep it up and maintain it. So your support actually helps with that. And so we're going to just keep trudging forward, keep moving forward. And Allah is blessing me with speaking engagements. So we've been able to supplement some things with that. And so we're just going to keep going, family. We're just going to keep going. We are the winners, and we will continue to win, and we'll be the winners in the end. All right. So with that, family, peace and blessings. I'm going to play my Black Muslim Business Directory commercial again. One, because it's so cool, but two, because I want you all to make sure you support the Black Muslim Business Directory. Get your business listed, go out there, claim your business, and get monetized. Pay the membership fee, so that we can continue to offer to you some of these great services that I have in the back of my mind. Peace and blessings, family.
You belong to yourself. You're an independent people, created from the nation of free people. Yes, sir. You don't need to go nowhere but to yourself. Yes, sir. there will be a great separation. So I said, it is on now.
The college is meant to prepare you for your future. That the time dictates that if we don't do something for ourselves as a people, we will be destroyed. And the aim of the enemy right now is to take us out.
We have God with us. We held him as our guide. Yes, sir. We don't have to stand around here and ask the question, what must be done? Yes, sir. Get up and let's go and do something. Yes, sir. We cannot sit down. We cannot lay down. Yes, sir. We must get up. Yes, sir. And go to work.
Do you know what real joy is in life? Visioning something and bringing it into reality. That's real joy. Do you know what the next step in joy is? Behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell in unity.
Tonight, you need to fasten your seatbelts. We're going to hear from some of the greatest minds in the world. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of trusting our future and the future of our children into the hands of those who don't love us. I believe we need to revitalize black leadership.